The wind moves first, racing unhindered across a continent larger than imagination. Antarctica lies beneath a pale sky, vast and unbroken, where distance dissolves and silence becomes a physical presence. This is not merely the coldest place on Earth. It is the oldest witness, a land that remembers worlds long erased. There was a time when Antarctica was not ice. Hundreds of millions of years ago, this continent drifted near the equator, stitched into the supercontinent Gondwana. Rivers carved valleys through green lowlands, forests grew beneath warm rains, dinosaurs walked here, leaving footprints in mud that would one day freeze into stone. Antarctica was alive in ways now almost impossible to believe. Then the planet changed. As continents tore themselves apart and Antarctica drifted southward, the climate slowly tightened its grip. Temperatures fell, ice formed in the highlands, snow lingered longer each year. Over millions of years, ice conquered land bearing forests, rivers, and mountains beneath an ever-thickening white shroud. What we see today is not emptiness, it is burial. Snow does not fall here like elsewhere. It settles grain by grain, century by century, compressing into layers that trap ancient air. Every meter downward is a journey backward through time, through volcanic winters, ice ages, and warming worlds long before humanity learned to fear change. The cold here does not bite. It erases. Sound fades. Movement slows. Even the landscape seems hesitant to exist. Antarctica is the driest desert on Earth, yet it holds nearly 70% of the planet's fresh water, locked away in ice that weighs so heavily it presses the continent downward. Beneath the ice, Antarctica sinks. In places, the ice sheet is more than 4 kilometers thick, crushing the land beneath it into a bowl-shaped depression. Mountains taller than the Alps lie completely hidden, unseen by human eyes, yet steering the flow of glaciers above them like ghosts guiding the living. The ice is not frozen in place, it flows. Slowly, relentlessly, Antarctica moves toward the sea, grinding rock into powder, reshaping the continent grain by grain. Entire valleys are erased, smoothed into silence. This motion is so gradual, it escapes human senses, yet over time it becomes unstoppable. Pressure builds, ice stretches, the surface fractures. Crevasses open without warning, deep wounds in the ice plunging into darkness where light bends and vanishes. Their walls glow blue, illuminated by centuries of compressed air bubbles, refracting sunlight into impossible colors. These are not caves carved by water alone, but by gravity, time, and the slow breathing of a frozen world. And beneath it all, something unexpected exists: liquid water. Despite the cold, Antarctica is warm at its core. Heat rises from Earth's interior, melting ice from below. Pressure lowers freezing points. Vast subglacial lakes form in total darkness, sealed away for millions of years beneath kilometers of ice. Lake Vostok, Lake Whillans. Names given by humans, but worlds untouched by us. These hidden waters circulate slowly, warmed by geothermal energy, carrying minerals stripped from ancient bedrock. Within them, microscopic life survives without sunlight, organisms that feed on chemistry, not light. They are echoes of Earth's earliest life, proof that existence began in darkness, not under open skies. Above these lakes, the ice remembers everything. Each trapped air bubble is a fossil of atmosphere, ancient carbon levels, volcanic ash, dust from distant deserts carried across ancient winds. Antarctica holds the planet's most complete climate record, a frozen archive stretching back nearly 1 million years. It has seen warmth. It has seen collapse. It has seen recovery. At the edges of the continent, history breaks into motion. Ice shelves extend outward over the ocean, floating yet anchored, flexing with tides and currents. Some are older than civilization itself. When they fracture, they do not fall quietly. They disintegrate with violence, releasing icebergs the size of nations into black water. These icebergs drift northward, melting slowly, reshaping ocean salinity and currents that regulate global climate. Antarctica is not isolated. It is connected to every coastline on Earth. The surrounding seas erupt with life. Beneath the ice shelves, darkness shelters massive blooms of krill, tiny creatures that support whales, seals, penguins, and seabirds. Blue whales, the largest animals to ever exist, feed here in waters barely above freezing. Leopard seals patrol the margins with silent precision, perfectly adapted predators of ice and shadow. Emperor penguins endure conditions no other bird can survive. They breed during the Antarctic winter, standing through months of darkness and wind that can strip skin from bone. Their survival is not strength. It is cooperation, instinct refined by time. Above it all, storms dominate the sky. Katabatic winds pour off the interior, accelerating downhill, reaching hurricane speeds as they scream toward the coast. Snow lifts from the ground and becomes sky. Horizon disappears, direction loses meaning. Antarctica does not tolerate mistakes, yet humans came anyway. For centuries, Antarctica existed only as myth, a blank space on maps, a speculative southern land believed to balance the continents of the north. When explorers finally arrived in the 19th century, they encountered a place beyond endurance. Ships were crushed, men vanished, entire expeditions were swallowed by ice. Those who survived returned with stories of silence, madness, and awe, a continent that resisted every attempt to be conquered. Even now, Antarctica remains largely untouched. No cities, no permanent population, no ownership. It belongs to no nation and answers to none. During the long polar night, the sky awakens. Stars blaze with unmatched clarity. The Milky Way stretches overhead like a frozen river of light. Auroras ignite the darkness, curtains of green and violet rippling silently above a land that does not respond. Below, the ice continues its slow work. Glaciers accelerate where water lubricates their base. Ice streams surge toward the sea. Subtle changes compound over decades. Antarctica does not collapse suddenly. It shifts patiently, indifferent to urgency. There are places here that have not seen liquid water for millions of years, valleys where ice sublimates directly into air, preserving landscapes older than humanity. Meteorites lie scattered on the surface, delivered by cosmic chance and revealed by ice flow. Fragments of space resting on Earth's most alien land. Antarctica is a contradiction made real. A frozen desert that controls global oceans. A silent land that moves constantly. A place that looks dead, yet sustains unseen life. A world buried beneath itself. It is not waiting for us. It does not warn us. It simply records. And beneath kilometers of ice, beneath the weight of time and silence, Antarctica continues its ancient task, preserving Earth's memory, reshaping its future, and reminding us that the most powerful forces on this planet speak softly, move slowly, and endure long after we are gone.